My marriage was so bad, and I just didn't know that if I could ever get into a happy place again. And when I met John, it was like, are you freaking kidding me that life can be this way? And so then when there became arguments and bickering and things that happened during COVID, I was devastated that it wasn't that perfect fairy tale. It's crazy how things happen. You hear all the time, you'll meet someone when you're not looking for them. Okay. And that's exactly where I was. I mean, I would tell everyone I met, I am not looking for a relationship because I know I have one shot to grow old and meet someone that I want to marry. And if I were to put everything about someone on a list that I was looking for, he has all of it. From being a great dad, he's so good to my kids. We share the same faith.
He has his own kids also.
And he has 3 kids, and they all spend at least 2 to 3 days a week together.
The kids.
All the kids. And I know it sounds crazy because it's like 6 months, but I don't know, we all feel this comfort together. And I don't know, I just feel that there's more of a peace about me.
Just burnt my face.
Oh my God, sorry. About 8 months ago, I was out one night with one of my good friends, and she introduced John and I, and he said, I like you. All right, let's get it out.
I need the mitts.
We ended up singing karaoke, and we shut the place down. Ever since then, we've pretty much been together every day. But we are not living together.
Oh my God.
There's not a day that goes by where I'm not uncontrollably laughing with John.
Are you?
Sometimes there's a part of me that says, when is the floor gonna fall out from under me? Because I'm not used to it. The matte bottles are cheaper, so we're gonna go with that.
I like the look of the matte. Yeah, I like hands down.
John Janssen is my biggest supporter. Like, he's like, you have good things, Shannon. The website, can you put it on the TV or no?
Yeah.
It's the most incredible thing ever. To not have to defend yourself all the time and just to be supported. And also, by the way, John's daughter, Juliet, works for me. So I'm grateful for the John Janssen package. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
What is going on?
This is my wedding dress. Look at how cute that Jackie O veil is. Isn't it darling?
I'll picture her.
I love John, but I am not going to rush into another marriage. Look at it, sweetie, I was this skinny.
Wow,
look.
that is super skinny.
I'm going to make sure that that relationship is right. I'm being smart about my future. I just tested positive, so. I have so many emotions going right now. And I'm worried because of my lungs, and I feel bad for you, and I'm pissed at my kids for their carelessness. So now what do we do? Does it affect you?
Can't imagine not. Even though I think it's inevitable that I have it, I'm currently negative and I think I need to stay here. I don't know what else to do.
It would be great if you didn't get it, John, but I just have a feeling that this is gonna be a long break. When the 3 girls tested positive for COVID, I tested negative. So I quarantined with John. All 3 kids tested positive. And I test positive for COVID.
I guess I need a positive test as soon as possible so I get as close to the same timing as you.
And the girls. John and I have had so many problems during the pandemic because I have to keep strict rules in force, and those rules weren't necessarily followed. Joe, if we're staying here in the house, you cannot leave the house. Right. That's it. So it's either be with us or be with your friends, but it's not both. Have there been a handful of nights where I said, get out? Yep, I did. And I'm not proud of that. The bottom line is there is a shift in the energy. Hey, look who's matching today. But I have shoes on.
Hi.
Hey. I haven't seen John for 3 weeks.
I can't wait to be with you, sweetie.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous. We've never had this much time apart. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's been like, what, 5 months of quarantine? And if I look back on that time, I think that I was completely overrun by fear. I drank a lot, and I'm not proud of certain things that I did. Like, I would take things out on you. And so I'm embarrassed, and I feel bad for the way that I treated you.
It's hard being together 24/7, and I think we both probably took things out on each other.
I took my fear, I took my aggression out on you. I tell you to get the out.
Why are you saying this all of a sudden?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard because it's a stressful time, and then just never having any time and space.
But you were saying that with me, it was completely different, that you wanted to be with me every day. But then now you're saying, well, people need...
Okay, well, I guess that sounds like it's in conflict, but I would say that when I made those comments, we still had normal life. Do I want to have space? Sure, but overall, I don't tire of Shannon.
That's nice.
I love you.
I love you too. What I've learned about John throughout all of this is that he's committed. You can have a really horrible situation and he's gonna see the positive in it, and it makes me feel loved. It makes me feel wanted.
You gave us the impression that it wasn't working out, and you're staying in it.
Because when you're with someone 24/7, it can be difficult. So did we have some issues? Yeah.
For more than just not getting along. Like, you are dark. It's like, it's awful. Like, he treats me terribly. My kids don't like him. Like, it's bad.
It's been hard the last couple months, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the night that I spoke to you, it wasn't a good night for us.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be.
No, but I just want
cry.
to say, my marriage was so bad, and I just didn't know that if I could ever get into a happy place again. And when I met John, it was like, are you freaking kidding me that life can be this way? And so then when there became arguments and bickering and things that happened during COVID, I was devastated that it wasn't that perfect fairy tale.
Most couples struggle.
I get it.
It's messy.
It is.
I put this fairy tale label on the relationship, which then caused too much pressure on me. But I know that I'm with someone who loves me and I love him too. So it's a win-win. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so that's, you know, it is what it is.
So, none of my business, but you've been with Shannon for 2 years?
2 years.
Seems like it's good.
Yeah, Shannon and I, we're totally committed to each other. We're in no hurry to get married. You know, things are good.
So, totally none of my business?
You're totally gonna ask them.
Maybe I shouldn't.
You should.
The whole nuptial thing, is that a thing in the near future, or?
And don't give us the PC answer. I would say Gina and I would probably get married before John and Shannon.
Oh, I want a date.
Like me, Generally, I plan my life in 5-year increments. You know, I'm not asking you to commit, but it's like probably more 1 to 3, right?
Yeah, 1 to 3.
And you, 1 to 3.
Oh, God.
Depends on how many more margaritas.
I was surprised hearing the doctor yesterday talk about energy level. Maybe it is the hormone. She said that's why your libido is low.
If you're not metabolizing food properly, you will start having issues with your sex hormones.
Your libido's not low. That's one area you're
I know,
okay.
but why
That's
is
because of
that?
me.
You're right. Both John and I have said to each other that we've never experienced this level of intimacy with any other partner. So it's like, I didn't know, you know, some of this stuff was possible. My boyfriend and I just, like a couple months ago, had our 3-year mark.
Very cool.
You guys are not engaged.
No, and you know, I went through a very acrimonious divorce and I was very wound up. And so I feel like I'm finally getting my calm. John and I are in a good place. We're over the 3-year mark now. How does water and fire mix? Do you put my fire out? I do want to be married again, but I'm not in a race to do it. John still lives at home. There can be a bit of chaos in the Beador household, as my ex called us, the House of Screaming Women. This fire needs to keep burning.
It makes hot water, sweetie.
So there's always a lot going on, and sometimes John just wants to be alone on the water.